Welcome. You with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another chapter. Read from The Fall of America. Great book, wonderful book, written, published, prophesied by the minister Elijah Muhammad. And I'm gonna share with you this right here. Know that chapter 17 is about independence, and it basically talked about, the Europeans being divided and breaking themselves away from England. You got what I'm saying? Coming over to America and forging a new way of life also, you know what I mean? There are some things that I agreed upon. There are some things that I don't agree upon. I don't know if let me say it in another way, you know what I mean? I cannot remember if there is a chapter that I've agreed 100%. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I would have to go back and look at all the readings and say, okay, no, it was that chapter. You know what I mean? But as I said, so far I'm enjoying it. I am, you know what I mean? I'm not laughing and I'm not smiling because there's a decline in our economy. No, I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like it at all because I love America. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm happy. I'm smiling and I'm laughing for the simple fact, you know what I mean? This man prophesied something back before I was even born. You know what I mean? It was published, 3 years into my life, but this was written, this was prophesied, in his mind on paper, before I was even born. You get what I'm saying? He might have started writing it in his 60s, in the late 60s. And it took him 3-4 years to put it together so that it can be presented to the public the right way. You know what I mean? So I say this to you again, you know what I mean? Some of this stuff that I've read so far, I can understand it because of my upbringing. I can understand it because of my environment. But I still ask that question, and it's a question of concern. How did a Jew back in the 1930s, 1940, whatever year it was, came into America and presented Islam to an African American? You get me? And one thing I want to do, let me get to my bookmark. One thing I want to do that I haven't did yet is looked up Elijah Muhammad race. I looked up his name, Robert Toole, I believe it is. Robert Toole, Elijah, where you at? Muhammad ethnicity. Okay, he's a African American. Yeah, last name Poole. He's from Georgia. You feel what I'm saying? So when you think about the things that he saw in Georgia during slavery, you get what I'm saying? He was born in 1897. He died in 1975, 5 years after I was born. You feel what I'm saying? 2 years after this book was published. And if you think about what he saw in Georgia, we talking about, see, that's deep south. That's bottom south. That's the south when Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. They said, no, you better come down here and get them, and I still might not let them go. If you come down here and get them. You get what I'm saying? I will kill them before I let you take them past it. You get what I'm saying? Take them up out of here. You get it? So I say this to you again, you know what I mean? Times are different. The way slavery is approached to you is that you have allowed it. It's a lie, but you're allowing it to happen. You know, you could be a slave to love. You can be a slave to drugs. You can be a slave to food. You could be a slave to anything. Let me give you how I feel slavery is in the now. Anything that oppresses you, that has a control over you, that has no positive or successful ending, you know what I mean? You're a slave to that. You're a slave to being oppressed. You're a slave to not being able to live a successful life. You know what I mean? Having good health is being successful. You get me? You really understand me? You know, I said this long time ago to people, you know what I mean? I'm addicted to cigarettes. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't do it. I ain't no junkie to no cigarettes. I don't do anything for no cigarettes. When I don't have a cigarette, I'm not sitting there trying to bum, steal, kill, rob, lie to get a cigarette. I just go without it. You feel what I'm saying? I go without it. For real. When I'm able to buy a cigarette, yeah, I do. And I shouldn't. Not at this age. I shouldn't. But it's a tool that calms me down. It's a tool that pacifies my time. And yes, it's a habit. Yeah, it's a habit. But as you can see, it's controllable, right? Is it not controllable? Huh? Come on now, come on. Is it not? Alright, look. This intro, you know what I mean, is long because of the short read we have left in chapter 17. You got what I'm saying? And I just want you to know, you got to break free of oppression. You get what I'm saying? People that oppress you, things that oppress you, break free of it. You should want to be free. You should love to be able to do anything that you want to do within a positive outlook. You feel what I'm saying? You should want to, you know what I mean, have your life structured in a way that you can be the model, you can be the example of falling, get back up, maintaining a successful way. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I ain't holding you up no more because I want to get this read over for real, for real. You know what I mean? I really do. I want to get it over with. I want to get in the next chapter because, see, something tells me in my soul I'm getting to the fruit of all this. You know what I mean? Like I'm scratching the surface away. You get what I'm saying? The deeper I get into this book, I'm scratching things away. I'm peeling things back, and I'm really seeing that, okay, this is probably the problem why America has failed. This is probably the problem why us elders are not respected. This is probably the problem why our youth is out of control. This is probably the problem why at a mass, how to put it, a mass view, the world is out of control. You get it? Let's get into this read. The only time that we, the black people, have a day to worship and are able to call a day our day of freedom is when we are free from the white America and free from any other nation and become independent with some of this earth that we can call our own. Then we can say that this is a freedom day and a holiday for us. Black sister, black brothers, let us unite and get together and try and go from that which binds us to others. You get what binding means, right? Bind us from others. You feel what I'm saying? You got to break away from your oppressors. You know what I'm saying? You a person that don't want to be alone, so you go around people that oppress you. Come on, how is that helping you? Walk away. Be your own best friend. If people don't know how to treat you, be your own best friend. You should know how to treat yourself, right? And if you don't know how to treat yourself, then it's time for you to go seek you some counseling. Because there's something mentally disturbed about you. And that's probably why you have no love in you. You don't know how to love others. You get me? You have none in you and you don't know how to love others. You know, and to get into some cross references, you know what I mean? Go check my extras out, you know what I mean? Please check the extra out. And it should be out, it should have came out last Thursday, yesterday, because the day is Friday. And check it out. You get what I'm saying? Go take a listen to what I'm talking about. We are in Revelations about the seven churches, the message to the seven churches, you know what I mean? Check it out. I ain't getting too deep into it. Go check it out and you will understand why I did a cross reference right now while we're talking about the fall of America. You get what I'm saying? But once again, as I say, you know, you should want to be independent. You should want to take care of yourself. You know, you should want to take care of yourself. You should want to be able to put your best foot forward every day. Every day. Every day. You know, it gets to a point in life, people stop blaming your mama. People stop blaming your dad. They start looking at you. You're the problem. You're the issue. You have no oomph in you no more. You have, how to put this, you have heard it from every source of knowledge and wisdom upon this earth, and you're still stagnated in the same spot in your life. You get it? The same spot in your life. You know, as we grow, we elevate. And if you think elevation is a mansion, if you really feel elevation is a $300 or $1 million car, then you're part of the meat that will inherit this earth. Let your soul elevate. You get me? Let your soul elevate. Let it rise. Let it rise so you're near heaven. You get me? You're near heaven. On the day of your death, Lord forbid, Amun forbid, the demiurge forbid. You get me? At least you there in the sky touching. You don't have far to go. Your soul don't have far to go. You get me? You understand me now? Look, there's been another chapter read from the fall of America. We just wrapped up chapter 17. And like I said, the title of chapter 17 was Independence. I'm out and I love you.